Who is Charlie Kirk?
I called Shapiro a fail son before, but I feel like Charlie Kirk is a much closer adherence to that particular definition. Charlie Kirk is like this. Charlie Kirk is empty. Whenever I see him, he just looks empty to me. He's a fail son. He dropped out of college. He doesn't seem to be like really smart or really talented at anything, but he has a ton of money behind him, an obscene amount of money behind him. And from his position of like e-boy child prodigy, like commercial viability, he's now one of the strongest links between conservative online content creators and the actual Republican Party. When you actually listen to him talk, like, I don't think he actually believes in it. I think that Charlie Kirk is like American Psycho a little bit. He's like the movie, not any character in the movie, but he's like the movie itself a little bit. You look into him, you know, and you think for a moment you might see in his face a reflection of yourself, but there is nothing. I don't think he believes in anything, and I don't think he thinks we believe in anything either. And I mean that more with him than anyone else. He was the person who I said was like bragging that Trump was going to institute Juneteenth back 1 year ago. Exactly 1 year ago. And now today is saying that Biden is destroying the country by making Juneteenth now. I think when you go down the road far enough into very, very far right or very authoritarian ideologies, you run the risk of beginning to believe that nobody actually believes anything but power. And once that happens, you're not really like a person anymore, at least not in terms of discourse. Because once you no longer believe in anything, you assume nobody else believes anything either, and you're just a shell, like, walking around. That's the feeling that I get from him, you know? And a lot of the other conservative commentators, but man, does Charlie Kirk hit those flags with me. He'll be anything he needs to be at any given moment, and I do not know what he thinks when he sees himself in the mirror. This sounds like armchair psychology, but, like, legitimately, the way, like, I don't know how anybody can, like, look at his portfolio, the stuff that he said and done, and think, yes, this is a person who has clearly defined and worthwhile positions on any of the issues that I care about. I'm sure he likes money. That's probably something he has a consistent, you know, belief about.
He no doubt does. And what I've seen of his work and where he seems to be placed messaging-wise in the grand scheme of things is he seems very dedicated to bringing in young conservatives. Like he's really into targeting like the young adult, like sort of post high school, college age conservative. And I'm terrified at the idea of more, you know, American psychos, as you say, running around with his philosophy in their heads.
Yeah, Turning Point USA, the org that he reps.
Turning Point.
It's literally an organization designed to funnel like Republican Party donor money towards the effort of astroturfing conservative advocacy on college campuses to influence student elections so they can disenfranchise progressive and left-leaning activities that the student government has control over and enfranchise more conservative ones. I mean, they're basically doing to college campuses the same thing that America has done to like Latin American governments, except hundreds of them all over the country. We had one of these conservative booths at our college campus. Now, it was a very left-leaning campus, so nobody liked the guys who ran it, but they'll approach these people, and they'll offer them money or whatever, and like, hey, do whatever you can, you know? They have all these chapter leaders and branches everywhere, and they'll accept anyone, too. There have been people busted from within TPUSA just for being Nazis. Yeah, just for being white nationalists, you know? Caught openly, too. Some of these people, not like covert white nationalists either. One of the people who got busted, I think they took a Instagram video of them rolling around in a hotel bed in Vegas surrounded by money saying white people are going to take the power back or something like that. They posted that to social media. This is not somebody who can hold together a conversation for 5 minutes without giving away they're a white nationalist. But they were one of the chapter leaders. That's all it takes. They'll just take anyone and anything.